That's the only
That's
one
all
you
I'm
call a
saying.
logo, though.
That's just in that moment. So what? Were the rest weren't as shit as him then? Is that what you
No,
said?
it was shit. But you when you named him the ogre, bro.
Casemiro. I just couldn't think of a name to call him in that precise moment.
There you
Casemiro,
go.
but he's
Full
fucking
time.
criminal as well.
Oh, we got out with only 2. I predicted 3. Praise God. We move on to Anfield. What is it gonna be? Hopefully, we can keep it down to 3-0 at Anfield.
It's gonna be 8.
We can keep it down to 3-0. You know what? If we can keep it down to 3 at Anfield,
maybe if Amorim
then we build from there. We build after that.
If we put out that same formation like that, it'll be way worse again.
After Anfield, we can build.
Absolute dossers, mate.
Aye. When does the window open? 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute dossers. You absolute clowns, mate.
Absolute shambles, KG. And do you know what's crazy again? That reminded me of before when we've played like City and Liverpool at Old Trafford, then they start playing with us. And they could, because let's be honest, Newcastle, if they wanted to go back up the gears, they probably could have in that second half. And in the first half, to be honest, they won the game after 20 minutes and then decided, you know what, let's sit back, enough's enough. Because guess what? Those guys can't score for shit, so it doesn't matter. And they just didn't even bother. Man United, like no joke. We sort of go like relegation. That's hyperbole. Yeah, we are fully looking over our shoulders now. We're like 7 points off the relegation zone. We are fully knowing that we're going to lose the next game at Anfield, right? And so we're fully now when we play Southampton in the middle through halfway through January. Yeah, like that is like a relegation 6 point.
Guys,
win that one, you're probably safe.
But did you hear this? Did you hear what I asked you earlier? I said, hey, guys, how bad? Remember, it wasn't a question of, it's not going to happen. I said, hey, guys, how bad are you lot willing, if we're in there for 1 or 2 game weeks, what are you saying? That was the question I asked early because I thought it was a real question. I wasn't doing it to be like, just like for content purposes. This is who we are. Like, look at them. The
Can't be in a relegation zone, mate.
So you sack the manager if it happens.
No, I'm just saying, like, if he, I don't know, if
it's possible,
you have to stem the beat. Yeah, you have to.
The way you're playing is very possible, bro. It's very possible. We can. It's not of the realms of like impossibility. If they don't back this manager in this January window, which is vital for Man United right now, if you're talking about survival and stuff. They got to pull levers. They got to go crazy because Ipswich, they're on our heels.
He's got to change something. He has to. I'm convinced, man. You can't just get a free part. He has to change something. And do you know what it is? It's to actually save himself. It's to preserve the vision that he has, to preserve the time that he needs to get to be able to do this. He has to do something in these little 3. He has to do something. Something that he never thought he'd probably have to do. I'm talking go deep within himself and say,
but he can't do it. Flex, he can't do it. You say this is a team of criminals, yeah? He needs money. He needs investment.
That's what he needs. I know that, but you don't have that right now. You don't have that right now.
No, but the window opens in 2 days. The window opens.
You're not just going to get.
Spend. He needs the window opens in 2 days. The board has to back him. The board can't tell him leave your cushy place in Champions League. Leave your Champions League sporting. You was doing well. We need to give you something now. Now you need something from us. We need to meet our promises. We pulled you out of a good situation. Champions League for relegation. Beating Man City in that. Winning games, qualifying. He qualified early in Europe. We got to get to work.
Manchester United have lost 3 consecutive home league games for the first time since December 1978. On top of that, Manchester United have lost 5 games in a single calendar month for the first time since September 1962. Goes to show, basically, we are setting modern day records, my friends. WJ Barrett says, Xerxes the Ogre. Now, Flexman, that's killer. El says, Amorim playing 5-2-3 relegation tactics. Let's talk. Boulder says, who was the Ogre of the match? Item Panda says, Flex, I wish you would afford Bruno the same excuses you afforded these other players. Sabucio says, today just showed how good Agate's been. WJ Barrett's been a member for 30 months, says, I pray they stick with this manager. These players are shit. It's bad. We can't press, can't defend, no build up. Bring on the transfer window. We need it. Nathan says, we are not good enough to be in this league. And Kishan says, Flex, you don't have the stamina for a relegation battle. You'll be Amorim out. I can see it, Alo, but I can see it coming as where's the next win. Is this, I suppose the question I suppose the question is, and this is kind of your point you were making earlier on, KG, is this the low, or is it going to get lower?
It's going to get darker.
Because we've got next weekend, I suppose.
I'm ready for it. It's going to get, I'm telling you, I'm ready. I made a mental note for myself and said, we might be in the relegation space in one of the game weeks, potentially. And we'll have to do something. And guess what? It's beyond, this is beyond the managers now. It's beyond.
Will you be able to handle that, Flex, if that happens, though? Because, I mean, earlier on you were saying he's got to change, he's got to go to the 4.
Yeah, what if we're in the relegation zone?
You got to mentally
prepare. You know, but all like with Liverpool next weekend.
We're going to get, well, I know what's going to happen. We're going to get ruined.
So when that's happening in that game, are you going, it should be 4-4-2 in that game?
Well, I think he has to do something from today, I was saying that. But if he doesn't, I'm not going to be like, get him out or anything. I'm saying, like, why? I'm saying, if he wants to get to where he wants to get to with where we want to go, right? And he is basically saying, well, hold on a minute. I need to earn that off the fans. I need to get wins to do that. But in this short period here, you can't see another win coming like this. You can't so do you change? So I know the word abandon is really strong and it's like, oh, give away, but like you have to change something in this just to put a little mini plaster and then start uncovering it.
The only change that they can make is if they get creative in the window, even if that's loans, beg, borrow, steal. But
the window's not going to be enough, KG. It's only going to be like one.
No, because you've seen the players. We say how many times do we say these players are criminals? So you want them to become reformed. Wait, hold on. You say you want these criminals to be reformed and fight for this team when we're in a peak battle today. He didn't go today. What he did. Listen to the messaging. What he did today. Rashford's back. Rashford didn't touch pitch today. Xerxes played ahead of him. Took off at 30 seconds.
Exactly. So that didn't work.
Anthony,
did it?
No, I'm just saying. He's telling you. He's still sending his message. He's saying, I'm not using this player. I have to put him in. He literally said to the cameras, it's only because I couldn't fill out a full team. Basically, he said players are out. This is why he's in the lineup. Which is, he's not saying we fixed it or it's weak. He said he's back because I have to put someone on the bench. I have to make an 11, and that's why
you don't have to. You can have less if you want.
No, but he just did it, and then he went to the players. You would never say Anthony is better than Anthony's never been better than Rashford. And I'm not even a Rashford fan at the present moment. He's not. Look at the players that touched the pitch before him, which just gives you an indication of where things are. Now we say all these players, what the board have to do, Flex. The board have to give this guy some new players, and then he has to just get a tune. He has to get. I'm talking when I say.
But he's also going to have to get a tune with a lot of players that's still here. It's January.
What if they can't get a tune? What if they can't in January? If in January, what if they can't?
Loans, they have to because it's either that or relegation. It's that's where we are. This is how serious it is. It's 4 or 5 or relegation, because if these players are looking over their shoulder and it's simple headers, like we're giving away the easiest goals, we're going down. If these men, if you're gonna just allow Joe Linton free header, everyone to do just walk, not even at a strong, like doing anything difficult. So it just shows you now, bro. We must go into the market and give the manager what he wants, because he can't do these tools.